Welcome to Silverstreak. How's it going, my fellow silver bugs, gold bugs, and precious metal enthusiasts, investors, numismatics, everybody who's into this wonderful world that we enjoy being a part of? You know, I know I'm new at this, and I'm paying attention. I think I'm doing my due diligence, and I tell you what, today I noticed that the narrative is taking a little spin. Things are kind of changing in front of our eyes a little bit, and I think it's going to have some short-term effects on the market, in through probably November. But we have a special group of people that we love to call the central bankers or the Federal Reserve, you know, the deep state, the cartel, the mafia, the family, whatever you want to call them. These guys are they're making, look, it right says it right there. The bankers, the house always wins. These guys are going to make sure that they profit and the bank stays alive, and they're the bank, so they're the ones who want to make money. But so there's a couple of reports out there, some editorials, whatever you want to call them, that are kind of pushing the narrative of uh, silver and gold markets and the cryptos are all going to take this heavy crash, and the only safe haven is going to be the U.S. dollar, which is it's a dead fiat currency. We're not even we're energy independent. So I mean, granted, now it is the most easily exchanged and most traded currency, out there at the moment. But I do believe these people are just kind of setting little traps along the way, to slow the gold market down, the silver market down, because there is such a large volume, and through this volume, they know their manipulation is going to be exposed. So they are trying to hold up their little fake show. They are setting traps. They're trying to pitfall us into thinking that gold and silver are not such a hot idea, and that that the economy is going to do what it's going to do, and they're going to react to it, which is it's just their way of saying it's the Federal Reserve Act. It's what gives them the legal ability to turn around and do this, to bait us into selling and buying when we should just be stacking. And we see a lot of this evidence. J.P. Morgan Bank, uh, with the big fine they got this year, and then they turn around, and I read headlines today that they're getting caught again with Deutsche. you know and these people have been getting in trouble and paying fines and just getting away with it, this manipulation, over and over and over again. And you just look back in history, and you see how many events and how many political scandals that these people have been involved in. It's baffling. So I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that coincidences are mathematically impossible, and I do believe that all this is staged. It's a show, it's a plan, it's an agenda. So, as the as the world looks at our economy, because they do, everybody looks at the U.S.'s economy to see what it's going to do. I think we are seeing a power play for gold with the bigger nations, but some of the smaller nations that can't maybe afford as much asset as the big nations, I think they're still trying to stockpile the U.S. dollar, because it is the most traded currency. It is easily exchanged, and our economy is showing breath, is showing life. Trump has, they have done a good job at making sure that the economy didn't go down and crash and burn. Even though it got real low, it came right back up because it was artificially closed because of the crisis. So anyway, we do see that Congress today passed $2.2 trillion stimulus package. It's got all kinds of goodies in there for the states and businesses, and it's got a little money in there for the people. But we know if they print more money, it's going to devalue the currency more, which will push up the gold and silver prices. Well, it should, right? Historically, that's what it typically would do. Um, And yeah, we know who has the magic wand. He's got the Fed in the Treasury, so through the Defense Production Act, he can keep the economy going. He can keep the markets going. He can make companies produce stuff even if they don't want to do it. He can make them make money. He's going to make them make money. He's going to make sure that they are doing something to help in this crisis and to make money and keep the economy going. And, I think we're going to see this trend through November. After the elections, I don't know what's going to happen. Is that where we see the consolidation and the reevaluation, and we see some of this metal get repriced, and maybe we see a transition and some evolution of the currency? It's probably a good time. It probably would be nice for it to happen. I'm sure a lot of people would love to see it, but I think it's going to be further down the road. So I think we all have to be diligent. I think we have to watch for the symbols. There are certain things out there on the horizon. Even though not all of them can be quantified in their wholeness, we do see um, a lot of signs of them as individual pieces. We can prove it. We can say, "Oh, well, look, this is happening and this is happening," but we can't say it's all happening at the same time or the same reason, and that's the direction it's all going with. So, be cautious. Always be prepared. Keep your eyes on the horizon. Trust what you can see. Own what you hold, and keep calm and stack on. That's what we're going to do, right? And with that, we're going to say thank you to our friends at the Money Metals Exchange. And if you haven't checked them out, go over there and look at the website. They still have a lot of coins in stock, a lot of silver, a lot of gold, copper. They still have copper. I actually saw that copper was out of stock in some places. So go over to Money Metals Exchange, give them a shout, give them a look on the internet, and use the code silverstreak. It's a promo code that'll get you a half ounce of free silver with a qualifying purchase of $100 or more. You can use it one time, and after that, you can't get any more. So, thank you for listening to Silver Streak.